Hey guys, it's Shock here, and I bring you my first narrated Pokemon Online battle video. Now, don't worry guys, I'm still going to do the Wi-Fi battle videos. I decided that every now and then I'm going to record one of my PO battles and upload it. Now, the song choice I'm going to tell ahead of time is 25 or 6 to 4 by Chicago, a classic, and I played this in Marching Band so many times. I love that song. Anyways, I decided I would start laddering on Ubers on the Smogon server. So here we go. This battle is against Didier Drogba, if I'm pronouncing it right. So I go for the taunt because I don't want him thinking setup bait. So he goes for the Shadow Claw, and then he extreme speeds my typical. I was like, well, I don't have any entry hazards up now, but at least I've prevented the early onslaught. So I'm going to go for the Life Orbed Aura Sphere, and it does 61%, which isn't too bad. And he goes for the Shadow Claw, and it fails to KO me. But now his taunt's over, and he goes straight for the extreme speed, knowing that my next Aura Sphere would actually take him out. So now I go out into your mum, my Groudon, because I know, hey, I can take a +2 extreme speed. So he's going to switch out, and I'm like, you know, he's probably going to switch out to Kyogre at that point, so I decided to go straight for the Earthquake. And had I had rocks and a couple air spikes up, Kyogre would have been dead. So now I go on to Epic, my Shire. I'm thinking, oh, I might be able to survive the Surf. No. Stab. Rain boosted. Epic goes down. So now I'm going to go to my Supply-Yo 2, because he knows, obviously, it's an obvious Focus Sash. So he's going to switch out and go into Notori. Now I go straight for the Swords Dance because I'm just like boss on the Switch. I go for the Fire Blast and I miss. And now he goes for the Thunder Wave. I'm like, oh, darn. So I'm going to go for another Fire Blast, and I was like, it should probably KO Notori. And it does take him out. Now, originally this Rayquaza did have Aerial Ace, but I was just like, you know, recently I was just like, you know, I need to put Fire Blast on it because people are going to spam Steel types in Reavers now more often than they used to, thanks to Ferrothorn. So I go for the Dragon Claw, he goes for the Dragon Claw, we're both under our Focus Sashes. I don't know why, I was hoping I would beat him and get the extreme speed off first, but I don't, he does. So now I go into Almighty 3, just because, you know, it's a physical tank, and he goes for extreme speed and gets a crit. But I was like, you know what, I can use Rayquaza for setup fodder. Not setup fodder, setup bait, I guess, whatever you want to call it, because now I know I can heal off any physical damage he does to me. He doesn't have anything that can really dent me. So I'm just going to start Calm Mind spamming here, just because I want to boost myself. Now I'm at +2, as he goes for the Swords Dance, and I'm just like, you know, probably should kill him on the next turn. He goes for the extreme speed. It does 38%, and I go for the Ice Beam, and that does take him out. So after leftovers, now I'm going to be at 50%. I'm just like, okay, I am on the losing end of, Jesus, this was bad. You can see I'm down early. And he goes for the Shell Smash, and I was just like, huh, I bet it. I was like, he's probably going to think I was going to go for the Calm Mind. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. I get the crit. I don't know if that crit mattered or not. I doubt it, but it might have. So now he goes on to Kingdra. He Ice Beams me, and I was like, you know what? I can take whatever this thing hits me with. And, ooh, look, it's Life Orbed. So I'm going to go for the Roost. And after I noticed that it was Life Orbed, I was just like, okay, you know what? I can use Kingdra somewhat for setup bait, set up on, get fully set up on. It's risky, but I'm going to go for it. So now I'm at +3 special attack, +3 special defense. And he's going to go for another Ice Beam. Obviously, he's just going to spam that Ice Beam while I try to spam the Calm Minds. And look, I tank that. 18% of my health. I tank that. So I go for the next Calm Mind. Now I'm at +3, and I'm like, okay, probably should go for another Dragon. I probably should go for Dragon Pulse now, but I'm going to try and get another Calm Mind off. Or Roost. And he gets, I go for the Roost, and I'm like, okay, perfect. Full health. Next turn, let's go for another Calm Mind. Let's try and get fully set up. So he goes for the Ice Beam, does 50% damage, and freezes me. And I'm just like, this happens. Why does this always happen to me? Because it happens more often than not, you know. I'll get some sort of hacks on my Great Wall that can actually sweep. So as you can see, as I continue to remain frozen solid, he continues to spam the Ice Beam. And I'm just like, come on. I know he's going to run out of Ice Beam power points eventually, but I want to get unfrozen and get the Roost off so I can get back to full health, because if he switches in Kyogre, the rain is up, he's going to be able to spam Thunder and take me out. And if he's Scarfed, I don't want to run into that. You know, but if he's Scarfed, he would have to switch because of Groudon could Rock Polish and then, you know, eventually and take over. But, you know what? He switches in Kyogre like I was just talking about, and he goes for the Thunder, and at +3, it does 42%, it does 30% health, so I'm starting to think maybe this thing is actually Specs, and not Scarf. And he goes for the next Thunder, it brings me down to 28%, 20% health, and I actually thought, I'm like, yes! Because I went for the Roost. because I was like, you know what, I might as well get up to full health, almost try to get to full health, because he could still take me out and maybe destroy me. So he goes for the Thunder, and lo and behold, for the second time in this match, I get hacked, paralyzed. So I get the roost off, and so obviously the song is ended now. He goes for the next Thunder, and I go for the Dragon Pulse. I take him out. And I'm like, oh yeah! But look! Oh, snap! There's Arceus. He goes for the Swords Dance, hoping to get Parahax on me, and what happens? Parahax. He goes for the Dragon, not Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw on this turn. I actually live that, see? +2 Arceus cannot take me out. But, wait, unless Parahax happens, and that does happen. So he is going to take out my Almighty 3, and I was like, you know what, I've got one last chance. I can go out into your mom, hopefully take the Macy, and I can go hopefully take it the extreme speed like a boss, and I do. I barely live. I take it out with an Earthquake, and yes, and then now I'm going to hope to God I outspeed, and I do take him out, and I live with 4% of my health. So good game, Didier Drogba, guys. Remember, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, and well, peace.